what would alien music sound like? That same curiosity has led mathematicians and music theorists across time to calculate microtonal music systems outside of cultural traditions. Some of these non-ethic systems even approximate standard intervals more accurately than standard tuning, or 12 e.d.o, does. To explain how this can be possible, I'll explain what phenomenon 12 e.d.o is based on, how it's constructed, and how the process can be altered to produce different, often larger systems with different properties. While this can sound like a lot, we'll simply start with the first part. 12 e.d.o is based on the harmonic series, an acoustic phenomenon whereby string and wind instruments like your voice produce not only their lowest pitch at any given time, but also a series of harmonics that harmonize in perfect integer ratios with each other. Nicholson and Sabat, 2019, pages 2 to 3, and as such, produce recognizable combined waveforms, Nicholson and Sabat, 2019, page 2, that Westerners often perceive as consonant or harmonious. To make 12 e.d.o, simply take one of the simplest ratios, 3/2, temper it, and stack it. So that way it forms a closed system that fixes a limitation of pure tuning. 3/2 is called a perfect fifth, and it's 3-limit, but it can never stack to a perfect 2-limit interval. Fuller, 1991, page 213. However, stacking 12 gets you close to the starting point many octaves up. Flattening each fifth by a 12th of that discrepancy yields a system that repeats at the octave instead of spiraling off endlessly. This allows for a system with pretty well represented 3 and 5 limit intervals, although with moderate absolute error. This also allows for free modulation to the keys that exist within the system, keeping its approximated relationships, unlike JI, just intonation, where it's only pure in one key without retuning. For most Westerners, this is sufficient, as it accomplishes several practical goals. However, other people have been curious about what else there might be in the harmonic series, and have calculated systems to represent more of it. They've done this by stacking more perfect fifths and flattening them by different amounts. For example, 31 e.d.o is produced by stacking 31 perfect fifths and just flattening them by more than in 12 e.d.o. This produces a system with worse 3-limit but stronger 5-limit intervals, like major and minor thirds and sixths, as well as other relationships that are better represented. 53 e.d.o is produced by stacking 53 fifths and flattening them by just a tiny fraction, 1/53rd, of a small discrepancy, such that the system has incredibly robust 3-limit tuning. Fuller, 1991, pages 213 and 215, as well as highly accurate 5-limit. Fuller, 1991, page 219. Having efficient systems means that new types of intervals are represented as well, such as 31 e.d.o's nearly pure 7/4. Primes like 11 and 13. Fuller, 1991, page 229, 233, and 234 are also featured in 31 and 53 e.d.o. Such intervals have especially distinct waveforms, Nicholson and Sabat, 2019, page 2, as they aren't featured in 12 e.d.o at all. Artists like Zheana Erose have explored these waveforms and how they sound in music, whether in 31 e.d.o or pure tuning. That sounds like a lot, so let's just zoom out to the bigger picture. 12 e.d.o is a highly compact and accurate system for its size in representing 3 and useful musical intervals from the harmonic series deemed musically useful. Some have calculated more complex systems, like 31 e.d.o, 53 e.d.o, that approximate many of the same intervals as well as new ones. This shows that some non-ethic microtonal music systems have been developed to increase the variety of intervals represented. So of course, I cannot tell you if aliens exist and frankly what their music would sound like if they did, but I can tell you that these systems certainly have a lot of sounds that can sound alien to many Westerners.